All right, this is Chaotic Crypto. This is where we defy tyranny. Here's what we got: another red day, another day of opportunity. Really, again, we're at some historic buying lows. Bitcoin, crypto, all extremely undervalued, oversold. Um, these are really great opportunities. Yeah, we might go a little bit lower, but we're already down 75, 76%. Um, Traditional bear market, you go down 80 to 85%. And I have reason to believe that we're not going to go down as far in this bear market as the other ones. Though, because, this bear market has been relentless. We have not stopped at all. It's just been absolutely brutal. Um, just taking into account, there has been no real bounces this year. It's been just complete, utter brutality. Um, but, kind of looking at zooming out a little bit, I wanted to look at the weekly time frame and kind of look at the Elliott wave structure, which Elliott wave says that you know moves generally happen in five waves. And I was just playing around, looking at this five-way structure from the last bull market, and just gives you an idea of. I think we definitely got cheated out of the last market. We should have gone up a little higher, but I believe Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried and all of the venture capitalists and the frauds really kind of threw us to the side. Um, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of what I think the rest of this market probably will look like. Yeah, we might go down a little lower, but regardless, we're going to be coming up to some of these levels and retesting the 28 to 30K level. That'll probably be the first level that we go after, or maybe we blow past it a little bit and come back down. And this is the weekly chart, so just looking to right here, this would be spring, May, and that seasonality is something to look for in markets. And generally, you rally in the spring, and we probably will have a little bit of a rally coming into the Christmas time, but we haven't seen anything substantial yet. So it's going to have to be some good news coming out in the next couple of days. Which, gotta be honest, I'm not seeing it yet. But yeah, it's a good chance that we'll probably have a spring rally, come back down, and maybe by probably end of next year into the 2024, we'll have some more positive price action. It's really kind of hard to say right now. I mean, we could just do a bigger cup and eventually make our way up there, but it's this time horizon is pretty accurate, given traditional bull and bear markets. Um, we'll just have to see. But I was just playing around with that. What does worry me is the crypto fear and greed index is at 28. Last night's reading. It'll be lower today, but the fact that it's going up higher kind of makes me worry that we're gonna have another dump. Yeah, if we do, I think it'll probably be some kind of I don't know. It might be like just a big wick or something to just wipe everybody out. Maybe get down to 14K, 13K, maybe even 12. That I think that would take another kind of a big black swan. Maybe some other companies go bankrupt. BlockFi actually put in their Chapter 11 bankruptcy today, so that's great. But there are a few other things. Binance apparently is looking to buy Voyager, which is they want to put a bid in. I think that'd be really great. Now that the markets are lower, there's a higher chance that the customers will be getting more of their crypto worth back, if not all of it. I kind of think that we should get all of it. I held money on Voyager and Celsius, and I have a lot of private other wallets and stuff too. But just the fact that the way it went down is just so despicable. Um, I just think everyone who's been going through this year deserves their money back. It's Gary Gensler's fault. It's SEC. All of these fake actors acting like they have our backs, but they're really just scratching each other's backs up in the top 5%, top 1%. We've just been completely just reamed, and it's just really unfair. So whatever we can do as cypherpunks, and you know, This is a movement. This is a movement of the people. This is a financial revolution. This is a decentralized movement to bring to everything, to politics, to social media, to music, art, everything. The problem is that over the years, over the last 50 years, 100 years, forever really, power gets concentrated in the few. Uh, we're all retailers are victims of nepotism and just money, lobbyists and just despicable stuff. And I think like the Republic was a big revolution for a big government ideology. Decentralization within blockchain will be the movement that takes us from I guess just centralized banking to something new that is a little less exploitative. So it'll be a good thing once things come come to be. It's obvious what happened with this cycle. What screwed this cycle up is the traditional finance, traditional players, the big venture capitalist people, and not the good ones, came in and they put their Wall Street stink on everything, and this is what happened. Like just corruption out the yin yang, and this has got to be a movement of the people and not the corporations and not politicians. To rant a little bit there, but I just wanted to kind of go down the list and see what's going on. I mean, again, prices are down. These are great opportunities to accumulate. I mean, we're in the same situation as right here back in 2018. This is where we are in this zone. I mean, yeah, we might go down a little lower, maybe not, but either way, like we might be stick around this range for the next year. Maybe go up a little bit, up and down. Very likely that's what's going to happen. So just be ready for anything. Take advantage of these opportunities. We're getting a second chance. Who would have thought that Bitcoin would have come down and revisited these lows from the previous bear market, bull market? I mean, this has never happened before, so it's a good opportunity to get in if you think you've missed out. I mean, Bitcoin is the digital gold. It's a great store of value. As the government starts easing on rates and starts printing the money again, inflation will come back. It's just a matter of when. That'll probably be another year down the line. But here we are. This is the revolution. Technology, Web3, the metaverse. That's the future. If we're gonna not go into a complete, I guess, a medieval times type of thing, which could happen. Maybe we do get pushed back a couple hundred years or something like that, but unlikely. If we move forward with technology and do the Elon Musk thing, blockchain is completely necessary, and there's no way we're going to be able to make it through this and not be a 1984 Gestapo regime or something like. So we need blockchain to keep the bad players at bay. But yeah, again, sorry for the rant. But we need to reclaim these levels. We really need to get above like 18, 19,000 for the week or for the monthly, and we're still $2,000 or $3,000 away from that. All it takes is like a bit of good news like the next couple of days, and things will switch around. But just not seeing it yet. So we're kind of getting close here. We have one more candle to print here. So let's zoom in on the smaller time frames. The weekly stochastic RSI is totally reset pretty much, and that's, to me, that's a very good sign. Let's see what this thing does. Yeah, so looking at the patterns here, I'm not really seeing anything particularly bullish or bearish even, really. I mean, it does look kind of like a bear flag. So if we wanted to, well, if we wanted to look bearish at this, we could take a look. Just step back here. Apologies. Yeah, so if this was going to be a bearish continuation pattern, you consider this a bear flag, you take this and extend down. We'll use the wick. See how bearish this gets. Take it down to the pattern. That takes us down to 12,000. It's pretty ugly. That would really be bad. That would be so bad. So let's hope that doesn't happen. We got a ton of volume on this drop. We are making higher highs on the regular RSI while actually making kind of just going sideways. That would actually be a bearish divergence. But this does look like an inverse head and shoulders, and we did have a drop this morning, and it didn't. We had the BlockFi news, but it didn't really surprise anybody. I think, and that's what kind of makes me think we're getting a little bit more bullish. Like there's a little more strength in the market. We're starting to get more negative news, and there's not a whole lot really going one way or another to it. So the bears are probably running out of steam and reasons to sell. I mean, who's going to sell right now? I mean, only the traders, right? I mean, I think it would just take a major scare of liquidity crisis, like maybe the stock markets fall and we'll have to go and sell their Bitcoin to be able to cover other positions, which is what's been going on anyway. But yeah, not really seeing anything very obvious on the smaller time frames. But we are getting bullish divergence on the weekly RSI. Hourly, hard to say. You can't really rely on hourly indicators. But I was going to show the bullish divergence on the weekly. Alright, so what I mean by that is that divergence occurs whenever their RSI goes in the opposite direction as the actual price. So I'll show you what I mean. Don't know what that's all about. So bear with me. Zoom in here. Yeah, so basically, let's get a little bit closer here. And we'll stretch this out. By the way, this program that I'm using is TradingView, and you can get a free user account. Pretty easy, pretty I guess user friendly. Yeah, it's for free. But if you want the extra indicators and stuff, you gotta pay a little bit more. But basically, the price has been going down / sideways while so the price has been going down while this has actually been going up. If this thing will allow me, yeah. So our price has been going down right on our main chart, and on the RSI it's going up. So that would be bearish, bullish divergence. So that kind of lets you know that basically the bears are running out of steam, the sellers are running out of reasons to sell. And it doesn't mean that we're gonna have an immediate run, but it's coming time. And I kind of think we're gonna get some kind of a pump before, spring. I mean, you're talking about 3 months of just sideways, and we very well could just go sideways and not having. It just makes sense to me that we'll have some kind of good news or some kind of hope, and maybe we'll get kind of get back up to this range, the 18 to 20K range, and that would be about as bullish as the thing that could happen. Let's hope. Also, yeah. See, the leverage is being taken out of the system. Everyone is talking about how this big decline in the market is just a big deleveraging. It's all these big corporations. They had leverage positions. They took out loans, and this is just a big deleveraging of that situation. but we're definitely in a stronger position to go into a good bull market in the next couple of years. I mean, a lot of the bad players are being washed out. Once some of the drama clears out, and Celsius and Voyager, maybe something happens on a positive note with those players, that'll start paving the way and grow confidence within the industry. So let's just hope that that takes hold. And I was going to touch on just like Bitcoin and Ethereum are definitely the main players. Like if you want to like build a portfolio, like those are the two. They're really good, solid coins, right? But the thing is, even for Bitcoin, which it very likely will not, for Bitcoin to 10x, it's got to go to 160,000 next cycle. And I mean, I have to be honest, like I don't think that's going to happen. Like I think 70 to 80 to 100,000. My personal prediction is about 120 to 124,000. Um, I just don't see it. I don't see Bitcoin making a crazy run. I mean, that's great. I mean, you put $1 in, you get $10 or $7 for the $1. That's an amazing investment. Ethereum, I think it'll 10x. I think 10k, 10 to 15k next cycle, sure. But just the only way to really make um, good money and invest in these ideologies, invest in this new technology, and get those returns. And we're investing in stuff that we believe in to change the world. And like some of these, yeah, they're great plays, but you don't make that much money off of it. No. But so yeah, BNB is kind of like I hold a few of those. I think that's kind of a similar Bitcoin. 10x, so maybe get it goes to 2,000 or something like that. That's a solid return, but it's not at 100x like last cycle. One of my big plays, I think I put $500 or $600 into Matic, and it ended up turning into I think it was like 20 or $30,000. Like those are the plays you want to look out for. I'm not saying that those plays are going to necessarily exist next cycle, because I think what's going to happen this cycle is a lot of these smaller coins are going to get washed away. There's not going to be as many new coins. I really don't. This is speculation. I really think that the coins we have now, the good ones, will remain. This is we'll see, but I mean I think Cardano is here to stay. I mean, and a lot of these you could stake, you can get 5%, 7%, 10, 20% rewards on these things. Cardano, you stake on a node, you're getting 5%. I bought Cardano at like 1 to 3 cents, 6 cents, and it went to $3. That's an insane. It's an insane return. Polygon, that was Matic I was just talking about. You can get up to 10% staking in that. Polkadot, 12% on Crypto.com and a few others. Litecoin's been making plays because apparently there's legislation being drawn up. There might be some use case for Litecoin in the future. I mean, it's basically a cheaper, faster Bitcoin, and it is still a limited supply. So I see a future with it to a degree. I really, it's not one of my favorites though. Tron has been like, you want to look at coins that have been around a long time. Tron has been around a long time. You can actually stake that also for 5%. Jordan's son, is it Jordan's son? I think it's Jordan's son, whatever his name is. Yeah, I mean he's been around, and like I think he's working on some things that are going to stick around. So worth looking into. Solana now. I really think Solana is like the Ethereum of last cycle. Grabbing Solana now, it's complete steal. I'm pretty convinced. There's a lot of projects. I think it's the second or third most coin that's being built upon the blockchain. There's a lot going on with Solana. A lot of NFTs. There's an Audius coin, which is decentralized music app, I guess. There's just a lot going on with Solana. It's the fastest one. Yeah, it messes up a lot, but they're gonna fix it, right? Hopefully. I mean, I wouldn't put everything into it. Just I really think Solana, now that FTX is decoupled, it's going to become more decentralized. You can stake Solana up to 7% on Exodus and Atomic Wallet, which I both use. I haven't had any problems with those yet. Um, Decentralized finance, again, DeFi, DeFi tyranny. That's my move, and I think you know putting your crypto on your own wallets, and some of these wallets will allow you to stake and get rewards. And it's just like having a savings account. It's just an incredible opportunity. Chainlink apparently is moving to proof of stake, or you can get stakes. You can stake it and get rewards. But Chainlink provides Oracle and price information on the blockchains from real world to the blockchain. Not sure exactly how it works, but it's very utility focused. Uniswap, it's the decentralized exchange, the number one decentralized exchange. I think that's a very solid project as well. I mean, Cosmos, Atom, you could stake that up to 20% on Atomic Wallet. I mean, I can say no more. It's been a very. And you also want to look at the charts, which I might not. I don't know if I want to get into the charts right now. Maybe if it lets me look at the charts, I'll take a look at some of these charts and just kind of show. Show you what I'm talking about here. Like, you want to look at some charts, and you want to look and make sure that if you want to be safe, the cryptos you're looking at, that they're not retesting their former bear market lows. If you want to be safe, there's one project, Ontology, that I really like. You stake it for 20% on Atomic, but it's retested its previous lows, and it kind of scares me. Again, I don't Bitcoin, Ethereum. I keep 20 to 30% my portfolio in each one. Everything else really 1 to 3, 5%, 10 if you really believe in it. But you still have to be okay with it kind of going to zero or something. Near Protocol, I think that one's going to do very well. They had a big event maybe about a month ago that Crypto Banter did. I guess they showed up the event. HBAR, some of these technologies are just. I've been in the space now 4 or 5 years solid now. So like a lot of these names, I just know them, and they're like I already kind of know the backing of what they do. Tezos, apparently the European Union is looking at that for their financial technology. Theta Network is it supports like live YouTube streaming. It's supposed to actually help to solve YouTube lag. I think I'm really decentralized YouTube type stuff. So I think I'm big on that. Sandbox is a meta token. Mana is also meta. The metaverse definitely will be a thing. I just think it jumped the gun, and Facebook went all meta and all that. I think that was a big cheesy marketing ploy. It didn't work out too well for them. All right, here's the Cosmos. I would have thought that would have loaded by now. I really want to look at Ontology. Apologies. All right, come on now. Historical data. Where's the? I don't know where the chart is for that. Wait, let's look at Ontology real quick. I'll tell you what I'm talking about with some of these. Computer's locking up. I need to get a new computer. No results for ontology. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Say it's not. This is not. There we go. There's a price chart. Cosmos. All right. This will show you how strong this thing is. This doesn't look that strong, but we like ideally, if you're investing in some of these coins, you don't want to look at the coin that's going back into the red from the previous cycle. For me, this is building new support. I didn't even realize that Cosmos had gone to $40. Pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm really big into Cosmos and just the staking. And there's a lot being built within that ecosystem as well. You can always, coin market cap and crypto. I guess CoinGecko is the other one that's really good, but they have descriptions of these different. So Cosmos bills itself as a project that solves some of the hardest problems facing the blockchain industry. Like they'll generally have the same kind of thing, but they don't go into more specifics. So proof of stake, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is just stuff you'd have to really, look up on for yourself. I mean, it is very complicated, but if you have the time and energy to look into all these things, it will pay off. And especially like watching like Crypto Zombie or BitBoy Crypto, different media outlets. There's a whole slew of good YouTubers out there, and I try to keep up to date with all of them. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna stop my ramble for now, and we'll check back in tomorrow. I think the prices will give or take kind of go sideways for the next couple of days. I think the market's just looking for some kind of news, good or bad. If we get some good news, we're gonna go up. Bad news, sideways or down. But it's very reliant on that. Also, the stock market, if the stock market crashes or anything like that, obviously we go down. But I think it's more likely that we get some kind of positive movement for Christmas time, and then maybe the correction come February, January, February. So we'll see. Signing off. Hang in there and keep stacking sats. Peace.